There she is. Let's take a look around the office before we examine her. I didn't want to see her like this. I know, Vex did. The window's open. Was it found that way?
I didn't want it.
You wanted Cody to die too!
No, I didn't. I like Cody. The lock was forced. Somebody broke in. They closed it enough that we couldn't tell at first. Was it ninjas?
Did you get any prints from it?
No. There aren't any fingerprints at all. No glove prints
No prints either.
No glover prints either. Nothing's even been wiped off. There was some oily residue from a person's palm, but we don't keep records of that.
That's just the window?
Nowhere.
What? That's just the window? Nowhere? I feel like I didn't follow that exchange just now.
Now that's just now that's the only place it could be, nowhere else. No fingerprints, but how is that possible? Either our perp's a ghost, or he just plain doesn't have fingerprints.
Yeah, you can use some kind of acid. You can use some kind of acid to get rid of them.
Yanni Yogi, are you back?
A printless killer? How are we gonna track down that? I like how Porter's office is her dead body. And she's got all these eggplants. What the fuck?
Security camera. 2.
Did those cameras see anything?
No, not a thing. Help. You're not going to believe this. Those cameras aren't even... Porter.
Wait, she kept security cameras in her office just for show?
Seems that way. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Miss Porter never was one to make much sense.
Gosh darn it.
But dang it! Fake cameras? At a time like this?
Dang it, Porter.
Did she have anything useful stored on that computer?
Wish I could tell you. The computer's useless now. You can't see from this angle, but the CPU has been smashed to pieces.
Well, I mean, if the hard drive's still there, you can still get stuff off of it.
Yeah.
Remind me again what a CPU is?
I don't know. Oh. It's like the computer's brain. All the information is kept there.
No, that's the hard drive. So if it's destroyed...
We can't get anything from it.
No, there's the hard drive. What the fuck? Am I stupid? Or...
Apparently, years into the future, all the
everything's
information...
stored on the CPU?
Everything's being stored on the CPU and not the hard drive.
Of course the killer would think of that. Miss Porter must have had some files that he needed to get rid of. I clicked off the screen. Looks like she put up a fight.
Maybe. I don't think it lasted very long. She might have tried to smash some... piss at her attacker.
Alright, Gumshoe. Give me your whiskey.
Or was it the other way around?
Either way, she didn't go down peacefully.
Hey, that's,
I never imagined her as an avid reader.
Most of them are on supernatural topics, like spirits and all that.
Well, she is a medium.
The job was to report on that stuff, so it's not too crazy.
She's also a medium.
It's also kind of crazy, though.
This desk looks ransacked.
Just look at those files everywhere. Somebody was looking for something. We did find one really strange thing wedged underneath the desk. Wait till you see this.
Oh hey, it's her bugs.
Her office was bugged.
This was hers.
What?
I recognize this make. She used it at Kurain.
She was spying on herself?
Probably in case something like this happened. Anybody would notice those cameras up there, but this? Did it pick up anything?
Well, can't say. A device that small couldn't hold much memory. Everything would need to be transmitted, like a radio. Transmitted to where? Well, if you think it was hers, maybe to this room?
Where might we find the recorded audio data? It could have picked up something for the murder. Well, the dead computer.
Yeah, just a little bit.
There she is. We might find more looking at Miss Porter. Let's take a closer look.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, oh.
Hey, she's holding something.
It's a note.
What's it say, pal? Is it Is it a message identifying the killer?
Is it a coupon for a free massage?
Is it a coupon for free ramen?
Nothing so obvious. Control B, Control C, Control T.
Sounds like a bunch of computer jargon. Do you understand any of it?
Well, yeah, you hold Control and then you press B, then you hold Control and... I was hoping you did.
Nobody knows what a computer is. What are you looking at me for?
Didn't we log into Webb's computer earlier?
We just forgot all about it. What are you looking at me for?
Is this some kind of internet code?
It looks like just some... Keys... Oh, lordy, that sentence
You okay?
structures. Key should be one line up. It looks like just some key commands to me. I guess you could use it online. Do you think she's trying to tell us something?
That's what my gut's saying.
Well... Control B will open your bookmarks online. Control C copies something. And Control T opens a new page, I think.
Gumshoe, can that computer get us online?
It's not a...
You mean the one with the cannonball-sized hole in the screen? Yeah, probably not.
That one, not a chance. The killer busted its CPU.
It won't work at all?
What if it doesn't mean something on the computer? The killer saw the paper and smashed the computer. Maybe she expected that.
So it's a code for something else in the room?
She was holding the note right there. The killer would see it.
Maybe. Where should we look? I wanted to look at her hat. She's only got one sock on.
Oh man, they took her sock. Those dang foot bandits.
Did she suffer?
Sock man. Death wasn't instant, but I think she must have passed out pretty quickly. I think she knew what she was getting into. Yeah, probably.
Doesn't make it any better.
No, not really.
No matter how much I see death, I can never get used to it. Especially when it was somebody... Oh, those are all freaking... The eggplants were spray. Peppery spray. Especially when it was someone I knew.
Oh my god, she just has a box full of pepper spray.
She carried that spray everywhere, but a lot of good it did her this time. I hope her killer got at least one good faceful. Wording, Phoenix. These books, they think they might be the bookmarks her note referred to?
Some of them have pages marked.
Now that you mention it, most of them do. What were the other two clues in the message? A copy and opening a page? What? Okay, Web of Lies, Spirits of the World.
Does she have two of the same?
She has two copies of the same book.
Maybe we should open one of them. Daddy, it's a tablet that
looks like that's a Fisher-Price baby's first cell phone. And a wire leading back into the wall. Gumshoe, can you get this checked out?
Not a problem, pal. I'll have the tech guys get cracking. Okay. What do you think is in the other book?
Can't hurt to check. Just explosion!
It's a medicine bottle.
Yeah, it's the poison bottle from earlier.
Bottle.
It's some kind of medicine bottle.
What's in it? Taste it, Phoenix.
Can't really tell.
There's a little label on the side. Can you read it?
MN6 poison vial.
Okay. But wait, doesn't it look familiar to you?
You're right, it does.
Familiar? Like, how do you mean?
This looks just like the one from the photo the suspect was carrying when he was arrested. This might be a direct connection to the Jameson crime.
Not just that, but MN6. This could be big.
Miss Porter may have died protecting this bottle. Gumshoe, is there any way to tell if this is the same one from the photo?
Well, they look the same to me. I'll have my guys blow up the image in your photo, and they'll check it over. Do you want me to call if we find anything?
If you can.
Great, pal. I'll have them look at that and the tablet. That was where the bug was sending its signal? That's what I think. Well, we'll know for sure soon.
I'll come back when they're ready. For now, let's see what we can dig up elsewhere. This looks like a simple murder. Could Mr. Yossarian really be behind it? I should return to the first crime scene and see if the others know more.
He has the perfect alibi. He was in court.
He was in jail!
He's in jail. Welcome back to the unfinished room. Oh, hello.
Okay. Why could I go straight to the storm cellar and not here? Oh, we're about to get a good Finneganing. Are you okay?
Take that out of context.
Good show there today, lad! I have nothing to say to you.
Oh, well, that's not a good attitude.
You'll never get anywhere like that! I won't give you any more ammunition to use against anyone else. Isn't that what you plan to do to me? Blaming poor old Mr. Hood for this?
We just accused you and Jane of double murder. Aren't you a double murder? Not in the least.
There's not a thing you can do to touch us. You tried accusing me, and I won. We're not the suspects in a murder no more.
They'll charge me with perjury, and that'll be at that.
That's a felony. It's not just a slap on the wrist. Aye, so it be.
It's kind of difficult to know.
Yeah. Shh. You don't want to talk with me, and yet here you still are. Right up with the man who's your prime suspect. You want to leave, but you can't, can you?
Maybe I'd like to leave, but I can't. We might be in the same boat. Well, Mr. Wright?
If you're so fed up, go ahead and walk away.
Okay, let's walk away. When you walk up...
I walked away.
Just go to his house. Oh no! This is a much worse option.
You're the lawyer from before. The lawyer from the trial. That's me. Mr. Hood told me what you did. He said we can't trust you. He wants me to be careful around you, not to say anything compromising.
Oh! That by itself could be considered a compromising statement.
Yes, I can be very compromising. Looks like someone's a few cards short of a deck. Did you kill Mr. Jameson, Jane? If I did, he would not be the first.
Yeah.
Who else? I killed Mr. Hood.
But we just saw him outside.
He must have made a miraculous recovery. Warmer. Or maybe I was wrong. Maybe. Warmer. Maybe I almost killed Mr. Hood. Close enough. What
Run.
the fuck?
Run.
Could you tell me again how you almost killed Mr. Hood? You want me to tell you again? Mr. Hood wouldn't want me to tell you again. You seemed eager last time. Yes, he wants me to be sure I match what he says. Good thing I'm very good at repeating things, as I've noticed. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Shall I tell you then? I broke the bottle while Mr. Hood's back was turned. Then he came to clean up the mess. Then when he came to clean up the mess, I took the shard and cut his throat!
But his throat's fine. It was his hand.
What the hell is happening, Vex?
We're dealing with a psychopath.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe that was just me fantasizing.
A psychopath.
I took the shard and stabbed his hand! Jane, kiddo, maybe you should stick to repeating yourself.
Mr. Hood said he cut himself.
You dare question me? I stabbed Mr. Hood's hand by my own hand! Did you really? Yes! You think I would mix up something as simple as that? I'm confessing my guilt to you, worm! My guilt! I'm not even sure how to respond to that for more reasons than one.
I would gladly take talking to Mr. Hood over this.
I want to give my voice a rest!
What is even happening?
Are you sure you stabbed your father? But was there a third person? Why would you do that? He's not my father. No offense, but that's a pretty terrible reason to stab somebody. Mr. Hood is merely my caretaker. My true father will return someday.
Satan?
And then you will all rue the day you were born!
So, Satan.
The 21st century and we're still using the word rue?
I mean, it's a good word.
Who is your real father? Silence, peon! You will not question me. You think you are so clever, but guess what? You're not! Ha! I will be the one questioning here. Do not defy me! Are you listening to what you're saying? You're hitting every trope in the book and then some. I will have my revenge!
I'm just in a state of awe.
Yeah, dude. Oh, why bother? Fine then, throw your questions at me. Who do you think killed the dead man, Mr. Wright? The one buried in the forest? Mr. Guildenstern or Mr. Rosencrantz? I suppose it does not matter. Yes, them. Who killed them? Mr. Hood says you think it was me. Do you think I killed those men? I'd prefer not to say. Ha! Then perhaps I'd prefer not to say what happens with two little lawyers digging in deeper than they should. They find the right verdict and have a happy ending? No, they don't. They do not.
They don't. They do not.
Well, that's no good. That was a threat, I hope you realize. Yeah, I caught on to that much. Her threats sound comical, but perhaps I shouldn't take them so lightly. Jane and her caretaker are dangerous, I see that much. I bit my face! I need to keep a close eye on both of them.
What?
I bit the inside of my cheek!
You bit your face. No.
Her story directly conflicts with his. Did she really stab him? I'll have to confront them both about it sooner or later.
Did your teeth just jump out of your mouth and start biting you?
Yes! Is there a problem?
No, it happens all the time. To the forest, to the enemy.
Oh, why do I have to talk to Hood? Fuck Hood! Why did you go after Miss Porter? Just as you thought, I'm sure.
She was the easiest target. You're a real jerk.
Oh, it weren't nothing personal.
She was the logical choice to accuse.
And you helped me right to it. Thank you greatly, me friends. How can he say that so calmly? Say, while we're talking about her, how do you think she was killed? No, we're not playing that game again. You're not getting anything more out of me.
Such a shame.
You were a big help. Guess I'm on me wee own from now on, eh? Aye. You're darn right you are. I've called your alibis into question. What were you and Jane up to?
We don't need to cover this again, do we?
We'll go over it a million times and I won't change a word. Would she? You can try, you can, but she's no idiot. Jane won't say anything she doesn't want you to hear. What did she just say to me? Don't think you're on standing ground with me, lad.
We've both got rock-hard alibis, thanks to you.
If you want to bring me Jane, you'll have to blah blah blah. You'll be challenging everything the prosecution said.
We can do that. I'd say not.
Otherwise, you'd have used it today, am I right? We'll see.
Ah, the future tense.
Still stumbling away in the dark, I see. You're throwing off this case in more ways than one. I'll catch on to you, Mr. Hood. Somehow.
Some way.
Gonna make it alright, but not right now.
Oh, we don't have to talk to Demon Child anymore.
What the?
Don't have to do
okay.
shit now. Don't have to do shit in the anime. Oh, hey, Waters. Oh, hey, you're back.
One of my friends is dead. Oh, hey, you're back. Sup, dude?
You're back. You know, silence you. Phoenix Wright has a lot of explaining to do. What do you think you're doing?
But I always do, I guess.
Defending a known Mafia officer? Have you no shame?
To be honest, it's not the first time.
Her bun looks weird in
It
this.
looks like she's hitting herself.
Fool, I would hope you'd know better.
Maybe not.
Yeesh. A friggin' whip? There's gotta be some kind of OSHA law against that.
I have no idea.
Nope, apparently not. She's been using it day one.
How are you taking Miss Porter's death?
I'll manage. Thanks. Maybe I should have seen it coming. She was playing with fire. Just like Sandra.
Okay.
Ah, who am I kidding, man? It's freaking deja vu is what it is.
I'm sorry. I tried warning her something was fishy. I really did, Waters. I thought we should be more careful.
Nah, it isn't your fault. I bet they would have gotten to her eventually somehow. She was a real stubborn oaf, that one. A stupid, stubborn oaf.
She seemed to be getting close, or at least closer than we are.
We gotta get who did it, man. I gotta get him. Gladys was always trying to avenge Sandra and never gave up. But I did. I freaking just gave up over them killing my wife. I'm gonna make up for that. I'll help you get whoever did this, no matter what. I don't care who it is.
I'm with you.
It's too hard for me to leave this crime scene, with 2 bodies and all. So you'll be doing most of the legwork.
As expected. Don't worry about it. We'll get this guy. Do you have any leads?
I'm not working on her murder. That's Gumshoe. But we're looking at her like she was connected to the others. It had to be something she said the other day. That's the only way it makes sense. Why else would anybody kill her? That's the thing. It almost has to be the family. Dr. Dryson brought us her report, handed it right to me. It's pretty simple. Nice and straight to the point.
Her body's still... What?
He did the autopsy while
He did the autopsy in the occult freaking... What?
Apparently.
Okay. It's not weird at all.
Oop, not... Well, I mean, it's Mr. Dryson, so...
What'd you say about me, sir?
I say you're a goddamn creep. If you see anything suspicious, you let me know. We have way too many autopsy reports.
Yeah. There's 3 dead bodies. Specimen, yeah, of course. Was killed between 3 and 4 on October 7th. Knife wound to the chest. Office was broken in through the window. There are no fingerprints. Okay.
I hate not being able to leave like this. If it really is all connected, you might still find something here. Yeah, maybe. We might. I'll keep an eye out. I'm not gonna screw this one up. I won't let myself. Franny.
Listen. The only reason I took this case was because Williamson made me believe D. Killer was a suspect.
Well, he isn't. He's not even in the country, so forget about him. Obadiah Williamson told you that?
It was definitely his intention to have me as the defense.
Fool, you let him play you like a child's toy, like a damn fiddle. Oh, I don't know the man well, but I do know that he is a schemer. He might have good intentions, but that doesn't mean he has your better interests than mine.
You don't think I should trust him?
Judge it for yourself. I've hardly ever interacted with a man. You know him better than I do. He intentionally led you astray. You'd be crazy to put any faith in him.
Can I really say that I know Williamson at all? We may have come to an understanding after Kurain, but he used me then too. He didn't care about how I would feel about accusing Pearl. He just wanted the arrest. No more. After this, I'm going straight to his office to get the truth from him. I think either Finnegan Hood or his daughter is hiding something big for us. from us.
You can think all you want. We'll see. The man's shady, but he's not the killer. Did he tell you about his past?
Parts, enough to know that he's crooked.
He wants you to distrust him. When people don't trust you, they're predictable. People like us? People like you. You think he was covering for the girl?
I'm sure of it.
She's every bit as shady as he is. I looked into the police files for them both. She wasn't originally his. She belonged to his last client.
I heard. Ironic, isn't it?
Not as much as you'd think. Did he tell you how she came under his care?
I'd assume the other guy disappeared somehow.
Disappeared. Huh. He was murdered. What?
Murdered?
Not a week after Finnegan Hood was disbarred for forgery. Jane Hood's biological father was killed just a few days later. Do you know who did it?
I might have a hunch.
It was that brute Shelley D. Killer.
There's our connection to the card. Somebody who worked with D. Killer before could remember the design. They could plant it on the crime scene to throw off the police.
They wouldn't even need a new one if they'd kept the original from the old crime. Wait, are you guys saying that Mr. Hood?
Do you think we could prove it, Franziska?
It would be more trouble than it's worth at this point. Do you think he somehow masterminded everything we're dealing with today?
He just keeps getting worse and worse the more I learn about him. I'll keep you updated.
And this case is too important to let pride get in the way. My perfect case.
I mean, did you see you yesterday?
I'll fully admit your client isn't the only suspicious character out there. I can't say I approve you're defending him, but surely you know what you're doing.
Actually, I don't. I went into this blind. Mr. Yossarian hasn't given me much to go on.
Who?
Alan Yossarian, the defendant. My client.
Phoenix Wright, you took a case without knowing who your client was?
No. Well, yes. No. Yes.
You're asking for the whip. Foolish fool, I thought you'd matured past this foolishly foolish foolishness.
It was an impulse decision. I wasn't thinking clearly, and I realize that now. She doesn't even have her whip! What? Ah, okay, I'm a fool!
You go down to the detention center now and talk to that man. It'd be in your best interest to drop this case immediately.
Yes, ma'am. I felt something was up. I'll have to confront Mr. Yossarian about this soon.
No matter how much we learn, there's just so much more left. We'll never have enough time.
If somebody could screen cap that, I would put that under this game's fake box art.
It's perfect. Mr. Williamson, Mr. Yossarian, Mr. Hood, where do we even start?
That's a good question. My hands are full. 3 murders, 1 million suspects, everyone with their own agenda.
Maybe it would be better if we searched different places at once.
Are you fucking kidding me? We literally have the Mafia coming after us, Trucy.
So you could get shot and put into the anime hole too?
You want us to split up?
Dude, kid, haven't you seen any old B-horror movies? That's a horrible idea. Whoever said anything about being alone? I'll be here with you, Mr. Waters.
Okay, so Phoenix is gonna end up shot.
Yep. Out of the question, we are not babysitting here. Von Karma's going with Phoenix. Now, I'm not a baby. You were younger than me when you started. That is a different matter.
Trucy, I just got a death threat from the family. I know firsthand they have no qualms over killing children. You're lucky you're still investigating with me at all.
I'll be safe here with Mr. Waters and Franziska.
Trucy, I can't. Not after...
Stop it. Stop using her as an excuse.
I'm not. I have to protect...
Yes, that's what you wanted to do. Now look where we are. This will never end unless we solve it, and we're running out of time. The trial ends tomorrow.
I won't put you in danger.
What did you tell me? I'm already in danger. I have been since day one. I knew that. And I will be in danger unless we get this done and get it done right. Slap him. Slap him, Trucy. You are not responsible for Pearl. Would she want you to compromise the case just because you feel guilty? Slapped him upside the head with that cold hard logic.
No, she wouldn't. You're right. We need to split up.
Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind?
No, not at all. Maybe I just got it back, even. Trucy's a smart girl. She knows what she's doing.
Well, I'm not going to be the one watching her.
Don't worry, I don't think that'll be an issue. Will it, Trucy?
They won't even know I'm here.
Go get him, Tiger.
You need to go talk to Mr. Williamson and see what he's hiding. I'll help solve everything from this end. There's only 24 hours in a day, and we'll never finish otherwise. We don't have a choice.
No. There's always a choice, but I agree, we don't have time. I'll meet you back here later. Time to speak with Williamson and clear this up once and for all.
Bye, going off to see the best character.
That's the only place we can go.